of the problem in more ways than one. There's a theory called AAA, which stands for anonymity, accessibility, and affordability of online pornography, and they say it's created a stream of problems for society. But as Sarah Plowman reports, some theory bust has been made in southern Alberta. Police have charged 10 people with child porn charges spanning several different cities. Police executed 13 search warrants throughout the southern part of the province beginning in December. They were targeting people they say were sharing child porn images and videos across a variety of peer-to-peer file sharing networks. More than 330 computers and electronic devices were seized, and investigators estimate they could contain thousands of child pornography photos and videos. Police say child porn is a growing problem in Alberta, and this bust, unfortunately, probably won't do much to stop it.
In this investigation, we seized literally thousands of those images and videos. And unfortunately, the reality is that these arrests, this operation, is actually going to have a very minimum impact on the flow of those child sexual exploitation videos and images.
Alyssa Carpenter is following this one for us tonight. Alyssa, what more can you tell us about the suspects?
Well, Riley, of the 10 people charged, 6 of them are from Calgary. We'll take a look at Adam Brusk, Matthew Rolfe, and Ockert Swart. They're all living in Calgary. Kyle Ward from Okotoks is also there. They are young men. They range in age from 22 to 28 years old, but police made arrests all over southern Alberta, Riley. Pincher Creek, Lethbridge, Okotoks. Some of the men are as young as their early 20s, others in their 50s and 60s. Police spent 4 months tracking them online before making any arrests. Investigators say they've already taken thousands of images and videos out of circulation with this latest bust, but say new people are coming online every day searching for child images. Some of these men have families, are fathers themselves, and police say there's no stereotypical profile for a child porn offender.
There really is no stereotypical person. It's all walks of life, all ages, across all economic status. There really is no clear indicator of what type of person.
And as you mentioned, Riley, a lot of electronics seized, more than 330 different electronic devices. They will all be gone over with a fine-tooth comb by the forensic unit, and depending on what is found, Riley, some of these men could be facing even more charges.
All right, Alyssa Carpenter live tonight. Thank you, Alyssa. A bust has been made in southern Alberta. Police have charged 10 people with child porn charges spanning several different cities. Police executed 13 search warrants throughout the southern part of the province beginning in December. They were targeting people they say were sharing child porn images and videos across a variety of peer-to-peer file sharing networks. More than 330 computers and electronic devices were seized, and investigators estimate they could contain thousands of child pornography photos and videos. Police say child porn is a growing problem in Alberta, and this bust, unfortunately, probably won't do much to stop it.
In this investigation, we seized literally thousands of those images and videos. And unfortunately, the reality is that these arrests, this operation, is actually going to have a very minimum impact on the flow of those child sexual exploitation videos and images.
Alyssa Carpenter is following.
There's a theory that easy access to pornography online is harming society, but there's evidence that people have had problems with sexuality and with pornography far before the internet. It just could be because now it's more available, we're becoming more aware of this. While some freely admit to watching it, the top...
A retirement date announced by the UFC.
It's even been 24 hours since it happened, and the fallout is far-reaching. University professor Tom Flanagan appeared at a public forum at the University of Lethbridge last night and made some explosive comments about child pornography. Joe Croteau has been monitoring the backlash, and Jill, it has been relentless.
Yeah, he's apologizing now, but his controversial comments may have already crossed the line. He's getting little sympathy for his retraction. Many say the damage has already been done, and to say he's really taking some heat over this, well, that would be an understatement.
Tom Flanagan, you stated...
It started out simple enough, filming his friend asking some probing questions to university professor and political strategist Tom Flanagan.
What's wrong with child pornography in the sense that it's just pictures?
But he had no idea the firestorm he ignited when he caught this on tape.
We put people in jail for doing something in which they do not harm another person. They don't...
I'd say it was an awkward moment. I heard gasps coming from people, and it was quiet for... There was like an uncomfortable pause in the room.
This guy said it was just simple pictures, naked pictures of innocent children, and people shouldn't be jailed for that. And then I don't know, I'm still speechless about that. He supports that.
Hoping to explain his remarks, Flanagan did issue a statement saying in part, "My words were badly chosen, and in the resulting uproar, I was not able to express my abhorrence of child pornography." But when we saw him on campus today, he didn't seem interested in explaining himself.
No. Going for a workout.
The university is distancing themselves from his comments, adding he's set to retire this spring. While his academic career may be winding down, any political connections won't be an option. He was a power player for the Conservatives running Harper's election campaign. Now he's being ostracized.
Reprehensible, surprising and totally inappropriate.
Take a seat in the back row somewhere. That's just absolutely outrageous.
Stunningly ignorant comments.
I think they're repugnant. Says there's no harm done. Well, who do you think's in the photos?
He was also running the campaign for the Wild Rose Party, who have since dumped him over his remarks, and he lost his job as a political commentator, and an upcoming conference with the Manning Center has removed him from the program.
It turned my stomach. I am absolutely disgusted by it. I think that it's a perfect example of people that take ideological arguments too far, and I have nothing else to say on it.
Jill Croteau, Global News.
Tom Flanagan's comments are especially disturbing to those who see the impact of child pornography every day. Professionals who are working hard to arrest and rehabilitate the abusers and criminals. Nancy Hicks reports.
Disturbing images of children are available at the click of a mouse. And while it's readily available online, making, viewing, and distributing child pornography is illegal in Canada.
Child pornography is not a victimless crime. Child pornography depicts the sexual abuse of a child, and that is captured on video, on film, and is there forever. Every time it's distributed, every time it's looked at, that child is re-victimized.
Investigators with the Internet Child Exploitation Unit, better known as ICE, work around the clock trying to stop this sort of child exploitation. That's why comments to university students by Tom Flanagan have left many people stunned by his attitude.
But I do have some grave doubts about putting people in jail because of their taste in pictures. We put people in jail for doing something in which they do not harm another person.
It's an unfortunate comment that I've actually heard before from any number of people who have been charged with possession of child pornography. Where's the harm? Where's the victim? Well, there are multiple victims in the process and an ongoing victimization.
Forensic psychologist Dr. Patrick Bailey works with sex offenders and sees the impact this kind of child exploitation has.
It's like saying that a video of a homicide, when distributed more broadly, has no harm because the person's already dead. Well, but there's a family associated with that victim. There's a whole host of people who are affected.
Then there's the likelihood of further criminality for someone involved in child pornography.
There is a significant relationship between viewing child pornography and committing sexual offenses against children.
The Canadian government recently increased penalties for child pornography offenses, including mandatory jail sentences. Nancy Hicks, Global News.
So the university says that Tom Flanagan is retiring at the end of June. Is that far enough? In tonight's web poll, we're asking what you think should be the consequence of his controversial comments. Have your say at globaltvcalgary.com.